with Sebastian Walcott right here on 105.3 The Fan. Now, we were just talking, and we always want to give people insight into spring training. You were talking about going through your ground ball routine. For people who are not familiar, can you walk us through what does that look like for you?
Just making sure that your hands are feeling good before practice. Just making sure your eyes and hands are working together, and just basically doing picks, like off a machine that it shoots ground balls out of. And you're basically watching the ball into the glove multiple times, front hand, back hand, and then you're also imitating a ground ball that's hit to you in the game. So, that just gets me ready for practice, games, making sure that my eyes and hands are working properly.
What about breakfast routine? How does that usually go?
It all depends on the day. If I have a lift in the morning, I'll probably come in a little bit earlier. Get the lift in, then probably get some breakfast right after, then start my day.
Are we talking eggs, Raisin Bran? What are we looking at here?
Whatever they got in there. They had French toast in there, so I ate the French toast, and I had some eggs with it as well.
Is that a reward for a good practice, or do you get French toast just because?
I think we just got French toast just because, I think that's my first time seeing French toast, but I saw.
Ever?
No.
Okay, but it sounded like for a second you were like, I've never even seen French toast before. I was like,
in the clubhouse, that was my first time. But that was my first time seeing French toast in the clubhouse. But I saw a lot of players eating pancakes the other day. But
okay, we need to talk about something real quick. Can you rank the breakfast breads between the pancake, French toast, and the waffle? Because I think French toast is clearly number one.
It's waffle.
No?
No, waffle. Waffles 1, pancakes 2, French toast 3.
What?
I'm with him. I think he's dead on there.
I really thought we were bonding. It just kind of all fell apart.
It's all right. We're good over here.
Now, when you were talking about your routine earlier, I'm kind of curious. Are you a tough critic on yourself? Because sometimes, that's what it takes to get to that level.
Yeah, I definitely say I'm hard. I'm hard on myself when it comes to that type of stuff because, I want to try to be as close to perfect in practice because in the game you're not going to be perfect. The game is very difficult and it's very hard to be successful at it. And so I push myself to perfection, even though I try to get closer, even though I'm not going to get it. And I think me doing that helps me a lot and helps me mentally and physically get prepared for the games.
Do you hear much outside noise? Like, for example, some athletes will be like, I hear everything, it motivates me. Others will be like, I don't really care. If you're not in the clubhouse, it's pretty irrelevant.
During games, I don't really pay attention to noise. Fans are going to say what they're going to say, but it's my job to stay focused on what I can do and on my job. And then trying to help the team win. So I'm just focused on doing that.
All right, so then one of the outside things that we often hear and discuss specifically about you is you're very tall. I don't usually feel short around people. You're a tall shortstop. Has that ever been brought up to you? And is that a discussion? And do you think about that?
My coach just tells me, you're a tall short, so you're just like Corey. And, that's the only people I really listen to because, that those are the people that are going to help me get better and help me stay at shortstop. So other people say I'm a tall shortstop, so you can't stay at shortstop. It doesn't matter. I'm always work towards staying at shortstop and work towards becoming a long-time shortstop like Corey.
Now, one of the things that my co-host said a few years ago when we had Elvis and Beltre on one side of the field was that's too much range on one side of the field. Do you think that's a ridiculous thing to say?
We essentially invented the shift. We essentially helped them figure out the shift.
And then they had to turn it back.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever have too much range. That's just better. That's just better for the team because, you have a third base on the short side that can get to any ball. You have a shortstop that can get to a ball up the middle. You have a shortstop that can get to the ball in the hole. You have a third baseman who can cover the line and the 5-6 hole. So I think that's just perfect. You never have too much range on one side of the field, and I think that's why they won Gold Gloves because they were able to do that.
Probably so, and that's why I do this. How valuable a resource is Corey Seager? You mentioned it, just to have World Series MVP, somebody we all have a lot of love for.
He's a good guy to watch play. The way he carries himself in the field, the way he does defense, the way he hits. It's just truly special because he's one of a kind, and you get to see him play every day. In Big Canvas, it's pretty good, and as a tall guy like him, watching him play shortstop, it's pretty motivating because he's been doing it since he's with the Dodgers, and he's doing it now 10 years later. It's pretty special. Last
thing I got for you, I know you have a terrible French toast opinion, but if you start playing well because you ate French toast in the pregame, then will it shift over and you're like, hey, I'm on a roll with French toast. We got to stick with it.
I'm not that superstitious, but if they keep serving French toast and I keep hitting good, I guess I got to stick with it.
Okay,
I'm just going to go with it. He's going to play well no matter what, Kevin.
Sure.
All right. That's
a
the
good
way I'm
point.
going to rock.
Thank
with
you
it.
very, very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.